on ESPN.
One big thing.
A very popular discussion over the course of the last 2 days has been about what USC and Pat Hayden should have done. In retrospect, that's reasonable. Not particularly helpful or instructive, but given stories about former head football coach Steve Sarkisian, which have gotten out with more sure to follow, it is reasonable to ask how athletic director Pat Hayden should have dealt with what equates to a time bomb. Once Sarkisian stood in front of SC's most prominent boosters in August under the influence and behaved in a way that required a public apology, Hayden was confronted with a decision, as was his coach. What should they do? Clearly, if Hayden suggested that Sarkisian get help, and if his coach would have been willing to get it then, nobody would be in the mess they're in. But they didn't. Here's why. And people won't like this, but it's the reality in any results-oriented business, which college football is. They thought they were going to be good, maybe really good. After apologizing and talking vaguely about getting treatment, Sark had the following.
I want to win a championship, and I believe we have a championship quality team, and that's what my focus is.
Guess what? So was Hayden's. And in what equates to a dice roll, my guess is Hayden meets with his coach, tells him, pull yourself together and fly right. USC was a top 10 team with a senior quarterback who was thought to be a Heisman contender. Hey, you win a bunch of games, and by Thanksgiving, nobody even remembers that little slip-up in August. Only that's not how it went. USC lost back-to-back home games as a double-digit favorite. Their coach shows up unable to do his job Sunday, which means Hayden now had to do his and wonder how long that job will be his. That's reasonable to ask now, too. He hired the man. He rolled the dice and hoped it would all go away, and it didn't. It's easy to point that out now. All I'm saying is I don't believe Hayden is the only athletic director who would have crossed his fingers and hoped for the best. He just got the opposite. And now, the mess is his, too.
One big thing.